Have you ever wondered what happens when modern medicine hits its limits? When doctors say there's nothing more we can do? Today's story begins in a quiet hospital room where a family faces their darkest moment. But what if I told you that this same scenario played out 2,000 years ago, and the solution still works today? I've spent months studying how Jesus' resurrection power transforms modern crises, from medical impossibilities to business failures to personal devastation. And I'm not just going to share these incredible stories. I'm going to show you exactly how to recognize and receive this same power in your life today. Plus, stick around until the end for your free guide on applying these ancient principles to modern challenges. Let me take you through 3 extraordinary stories that will forever change how you see impossible situations. The sun rises over a modern hospital in a quiet neighborhood. Inside one of the rooms, a family sits in devastating silence. The beeping of machines has gone quiet. Their 12-year-old daughter, their only child, has just passed away. In this moment of profound grief, we begin our exploration of how Jesus confronted humanity's ultimate challenge, death itself. Like a groundbreaking medical discovery that changes everything we thought we knew, Jesus' victory over death continues to challenge and inspire us today. Just hours earlier, Dr. Jairus, a respected hospital administrator, pushed through a crowd gathered around Jesus. Think of him like a distinguished medical professional who, despite all his expertise and connections, finds himself completely powerless. His face shows the same anguish any parent today would feel watching their child slip away. He falls at Jesus' feet, his professional composure shattered. "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." Imagine being in his position, when all of modern medicine's capabilities reach their limit, when every specialist consultation and cutting-edge treatment has failed, like exhausting every medical option, consulting with specialists worldwide, and still facing inevitable loss. Jesus represents his final hope, much like someone today might feel when seeking an experimental treatment after all conventional options are exhausted. As Jesus heads toward Jairus' home, a text message arrives. "Your daughter is gone. Don't bother the teacher anymore." In our world of instant communication, bad news travels even faster. But Jesus' response remains timeless. Don't be afraid, just believe. It's like a revolutionary researcher saying, trust the process when all conventional wisdom suggests giving up. The scene at the house mirrors what we see today at times of loss. Grief counselors offering support, family members sharing condolences on social media, the overwhelming atmosphere of finality captured in somber Instagram stories and Facebook updates. Jesus cuts through it all, much like a leader who maintains clarity amidst chaos. He clears the room, keeping only the parents and 3 trusted disciples, creating an intimate space in our often overcrowded world of shared grief. When Jesus speaks Talitha Kum, "Little girl, get up," it's as revolutionary now as it was then. Imagine the modern medical monitors suddenly springing to life, color returning to pale cheeks, eyes opening with curiosity. It's like watching the impossible unfold in real time, defying every medical prognosis and scientific expectation. Think of it as the ultimate system reboot, when everything has shut down, but somehow, miraculously, life returns. Think about your own life. What areas feel beyond revival? A career that flatlined, a relationship in the ICU, a dream that's been pronounced dead, a startup that's on life support. This miracle speaks to more than physical resurrection. It's about hope when all hope seems lost in our contemporary world. It's like seeing a bankrupt company rise to become an industry leader, or watching a broken relationship transform into something even stronger than before. But the story continues. In a small town like countless others today, Jesus encounters a funeral procession. A young man is being carried to his grave, the only son of a widow. In today's terms, imagine a single mother who has just lost her only child, facing not only emotional devastation, but also practical concerns about future security and support, in a world that can be unforgiving to those who are alone. Think of someone who's lost their only support system in our increasingly isolated society. Jesus' response transcends time. He meets human suffering with compassion, whether it's 1st century Judea or 21st century society. When he says, "Young man, I say to you, get up." It's a demonstration of authority that would be as shocking today as it was then, like someone walking into a morgue and commanding life to return. It's the ultimate disruption of what we consider possible, like quantum computing suddenly solving problems we thought were unsolvable. The final and most dramatic story takes us to Bethany, to the home of Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Think of it like receiving an urgent message today. Your best friend is in critical condition. The message comes through WhatsApp, marked with multiple exclamation points, carrying the weight of immediate crisis. Jesus' delayed response might seem like a modern healthcare system's waiting list. Frustrating, painful, seemingly nonsensical to those in desperate need. When Jesus finally arrives, Lazarus has been dead 4 days, well past any modern definition of clinical death. Martha's words to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died," echo our own frustrations with delayed help or intervention, whether medical, personal, or spiritual. It's like saying, if only we had access to this treatment sooner, or if only we had known about this solution before it was too late. Jesus' declaration, "I am the resurrection and the life," challenges our modern skepticism, just as it challenged ancient beliefs. When he calls Lazarus from the tomb, it's like watching someone walk out of a cryogenic chamber or defy every law of biology we know. The message transcends time. No situation is beyond hope. No case is too far gone. These resurrection miracles speak to universal human experiences in our digital age. Consider career resurrection. Like Jairus' daughter, your professional life might seem dead. Perhaps you've been replaced by artificial intelligence, your industry has been disrupted, or your skills seem obsolete. But just as she rose at Jesus' command, your career can experience new vitality and purpose. Think of it as the ultimate pivot. From seemingly obsolete to innovatively essential. Relationship restoration. Like the widow's son, your connections with others might seem beyond repair. In an age of ghosting, unfriending, and digital isolation, relationships can feel as dead as that young man on the funeral bier. Yet Jesus demonstrates that even what appears completely lost can be restored. It's like watching a long-dead friendship resurrect through an unexpected reconnection. Personal transformation. Like Lazarus, you might feel trapped in a tomb of addiction, depression, or destructive habits. In our hyper-connected yet often lonely world, many people feel emotionally or spiritually dead while going through the motions of life. Jesus' call to come out still resonates today, like a voice cutting through the noise of social media to speak directly to your soul. Think of these miracles like a master reset button for life itself. In our age of technological wonders, we still face situations that seem impossible to resolve. These stories remind us that, like a visionary CEO who sees potential in a failing company, Jesus sees possibility where others see only endpoints. He's the ultimate turnaround specialist. Similar to how a skilled crisis manager takes charge of chaos, Jesus demonstrates authority over our greatest fears and challenges. He's the perfect project manager for impossible situations. Just as an innovative leader disrupts the status quo, Jesus challenges our assumptions about what's possible. He's the original disruptor, making the impossible not just possible, but actual. In practical terms, living in the power of resurrection today might mean approaching dead situations with hope. Whether it's a struggling startup or a failing relationship, it's about maintaining vision when all metrics point to failure. Recognizing that rock bottom can be the foundation for a comeback. Like a phoenix rising from digital ashes, transformation often begins at the point of apparent death. Understanding that timing, like Jesus' delay with Lazarus, might have a purpose we don't yet see. In our instant gratification culture, divine delays can be part of a bigger picture. Believing that transformation is possible, even in seemingly hopeless circumstances. It's like watching a viral moment transform a failing business, or seeing a canceled project suddenly receive new funding. These ancient miracles speak to modern questions with timeless relevance. What areas of your life need resurrection? Your social media presence, your digital reputation, your innovative spirit? Where have you given up hope too soon in your startup dreams, your relationship goals, your personal development? What tombs are you waiting to be called out of? The tomb of perfectionism, the tomb of comparison, the tomb of past failures? How can you bring life to dead situations around you? Through digital connection, through authentic presence, through innovative solutions. Just as a visionary leader sees beyond current limitations, Jesus saw beyond death itself. Like a groundbreaking innovator disrupts industries, Jesus disrupted the finality of death. In our world of rapid change and constant challenges, these stories remind us that transformation is always possible. Consider these practical applications for modern life digital resurrection. Reviving online communities that have gone stagnant. Breathing new life into virtual relationships. Transforming digital footprints from negative to positive. Professional revival. pivoting careers in response to technological change, transforming failing projects into success stories, finding new purpose in seemingly dead-end situations, personal renewal, breaking free from the tomb of social media addiction, rising above the death of comparison and perfectionism, finding life in authentic connections in a virtual world, spiritual awakening, moving from digital distraction to spiritual attention, transforming virtual connections into meaningful relationships, finding purpose beyond the screens and status updates. The power that raised Jairus' daughter, the widow's son, and Lazarus isn't locked in history. It's as relevant in our digital age as it was in ancient times. Whether you're facing professional setbacks, personal struggles, or spiritual challenges, these miracles invite you to believe in the possibility of new life. As we conclude this exploration, consider how might your approach to impossible situations change if you truly believed in resurrection power? What would it mean to live as if no situation was beyond hope? How could you be an agent of resurrection in your sphere of influence? What dead dreams might God want to resurrect in your life? These miracles challenge us to embrace the impossible, look beyond conventional solutions, trust in divine timing, believe in transformation, act with compassion, respond to others' pain, offer hope in hopeless situations, be present in times of loss, live in resurrection power, face challenges with confidence, maintain hope in difficult times, expect transformation, share the message, tell stories of hope, demonstrate resurrection power, inspire others to believe. In our next video, we'll explore Jesus' parables through a contemporary lens, discovering how these ancient stories speak to modern challenges and opportunities. We'll see how these teachings can transform our lives today just as powerfully as they did 2,000 years ago. Until then, may you recognize the resurrection possibilities in your daily life. May you find hope in situations that seem beyond hope. And may you experience transformation in ways you never thought possible. Remember, in a world that often feels like it's stuck in Good Friday, we serve a God of Easter Sunday. No situation is beyond His power to transform. No life beyond His ability to renew. Whether you're facing personal challenges, professional setbacks, or spiritual doubts, the message of these miracles remains: new life is possible. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the Gospel of Matthew, discovering timeless wisdom for our modern world. We'll explore how ancient parables speak to contemporary challenges, and how Jesus' teachings continue to transform lives in our digital age. The same power that brought life to the dead continues to work today, in boardrooms and bedrooms, in hospitals and homes, in relationships and responsibilities. May you walk in that power, share that hope, and experience that transformation in every area of your life. See you soon for more insights into how ancient wisdom meets modern life in the continuing story of Jesus in Matthew's Gospel.